Have you ever felt overwhelmed by someone else's needs? Maybe you found yourself constantly saying yes when deep down you really wanted to say no. Or perhaps you felt drained, like you're giving too much of yourself without getting anything in return. If any of this sounds familiar, it's probably because your boundaries are being crossed. And today, we're going to talk about why setting boundaries in relationships isn't just important, it's essential. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving deep into the concept of boundaries in relationships. Whether it's with family, friends, or romantic partners, boundaries are the invisible lines that protect our personal space, time, and emotional well-being. They're what keep us from feeling overwhelmed, taken for granted, or disrespected. By the end of this video, you'll understand what boundaries are, why they're so crucial for maintaining healthy relationships, and how to start setting them effectively. We'll explore real-life scenarios, different types of boundaries, and even a powerful story that highlights the transformative power of standing up for yourself. So, if you're ready to take control of your relationships and protect your peace, keep watching and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's start by talking about what happens when boundaries are not in place or when they're regularly crossed. Imagine this. Your friend constantly calls you late at night, venting about their problems. You care about them, so you pick up every time, even though you're exhausted and really need some rest. Or picture this. You're in a relationship where your partner frequently criticizes your choices, making you feel like you can't do anything right. These situations are more common than you might think. And while we often put up with them out of a sense of obligation, love, or fear of conflict, the truth is that every time we let these boundaries slip, we chip away at our own well-being. Over time, this can lead to feelings of resentment, burnout, and even a loss of self-respect. Without clear boundaries, relationships can quickly become unbalanced, with one person giving too much and the other taking too much. And that imbalance, it's a breeding ground for frustration, anger, and even relationship breakdowns. So, what exactly are boundaries? At their core, boundaries are guidelines that define how we want to be treated by others. They help us protect our physical space, our time, and our emotional energy. Let's break down the three main types of boundaries and how you can start setting them effectively. First, let's talk about emotional boundaries. These involve protecting your feelings and emotional energy. For example, if someone is venting about their problems and it's starting to drain you, it's okay to set a boundary and say, "I'm sorry you're going through this, but I need some time to recharge before I can listen any further." This isn't about being selfish, it's about recognizing your limits and not allowing yourself to be emotionally overwhelmed. Next up are physical boundaries. These are about your personal space and physical privacy. This could be something as simple as telling someone that you're not comfortable with hugs or asking a roommate to knock before entering your room. Physical boundaries are crucial because they help you maintain a sense of safety and comfort in your own body and space. And finally, we have time boundaries. These involve how you spend your time and how much time you give to others. A great example is learning to say no when you're asked to take on more than you can handle, whether it's at work, with friends, or even in your personal life. By setting time boundaries, you protect your time for rest, hobbies, and other important activities, that contribute to your well-being. Now, I want to share a personal story about how setting boundaries transformed one of my relationships. A few years ago, I was in a friendship where I was constantly giving my time, my energy, my emotional support. Whenever my friend needed something, I was there, even if it meant canceling my own plans or staying up late to help them out. But over time, I started to feel drained. I noticed I was becoming resentful, and I dreaded their calls because I knew it would mean more giving, with nothing in return. One day, I realized something had to change. I decided to have an honest conversation with my friend about how I was feeling and what I needed to keep our friendship healthy. I explained that while I cared about them, I also needed to take care of myself. To my surprise, my friend was understanding. They didn't realize how much they were asking of me and appreciated that I was honest about my needs. That conversation was a turning point. It not only strengthened our friendship, but it also taught me the power of setting boundaries. By protecting my own well-being, I was able to show up as a better friend with more energy and positivity to give. And the best part, it set a precedent for all my future relationships where mutual respect and clear communication became the norm. So, what can we take away from all this? Setting boundaries is not about pushing people away or being selfish. It's about creating space for healthy, respectful relationships. Whether it's emotional, physical, or time boundaries, these guidelines help you protect your energy, maintain your self-respect, and ensure that your relationships are based on mutual respect and understanding. Remember, boundaries are not just for difficult situations. They're for every relationship, even the good ones. When you set clear boundaries, you teach others how to treat you, and you also give yourself the space to thrive. It's a win-win for everyone involved. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever struggled with setting boundaries in your relationships? What challenges have you faced and how did you overcome them? Share your experiences in the comments below. They might just help someone else who's going through the same thing. Till next time, take care of you or find someone who does.